I still remember how it felt like when I still had my overeating habit, how broken I felt when I went through this, and how alone and isolating it felt, because I believed I am actually the only one. And I always asked myself, like, why me? Why couldn't I be normal? Why do I have to go through this? Why can't I just eat like the average person and then I would have my desired goal body? And thoughts like this always went through my head. And trust me on this, if you are going through the same thing, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not special. You are not broken. You are not destined to stay overweight. You just didn't have the right strategies and the right person explaining it to you, and that's why you failed before. So in today's video, I want to talk about the 3 things I did to stop having those overeating episodes and pave the way for my 25 kilogram weight loss. The first and most important thing I realized was that all that is going on is a habit. So your brain has learned to generate urges, to keep generating them in the future. Because you at some point started to diet in the past, and your brain generated those cravings, those urges from a place of a survival mechanism or a natural defense mechanism, because you send signals to your brain that food is short. And back looking at our ancestors, it helped them to survive periods where food was really short, where they had to face famine. And then once food was inside again, they overate on those foods to get enough food into their system again, and also secure the next possible period where food might be short again. So it's a natural defense mechanism. And when you then acted on those urges that your brain produced, your brain remembered that. So then you continued to diet. Then you continued to act on the urges again and again and again. And you repeated this cycle. You started to ingrain this behavior into your brain. And the more something becomes repeated, the more it becomes ingrained in neural pathways into your brain. And that increases automation of the behavior. So in short, your brain has learned to keep generating those urges. Whether you stop dieting, whether you change jobs, whether you get a new husband, whether you get a new meal plan or hire a new coach or new personal trainer, your brain will keep generating those urges because it is a habit. So that was the first thing I realized back then. Now the second thing was breaking that habit. To break the habit where your brain produces those urges automatically, you need to interrupt the initial habit pattern repeatedly. So over and over and over again. And the initial habit pattern, like interrupting it, means resisting urges, resisting your cravings repeatedly. This process will take time. It's not going to happen overnight, and you need to build up mental strength to do so. And this is where my Healthy Habits membership comes in, where I teach this to you in great detail, and I also coach you one-on-one on developing this mental strength. So the more you practice it, the better you will get, or the more mental strength you will grow. The third thing I did to stop having overeating episodes and pave the way for my 25 kilogram weight loss was eating enough. If I hadn't stopped the dieting, my brain would have still be under the impression that there is a food shortage. And then my urges would have come from a place of a real survival mechanism, not just habitual urges that the brain generated because it has learned to do so. Those urges would have come from a place of a real survival mechanism, and that cannot be bypassed. So I realized that's what I needed to do to be able to resist my urges, to build up that mental strength. And if you want to lose weight, you need to do it healthily and sustainably, with implementing habits that last, healthier habits, more sustainable habits that gradually help you to lose weight, because it's just a small calorie deficit and you're doing those habits forever. you are gradually losing weight, gradually turning into a natural byproduct of your habits, instead of drastically and quickly losing weight. That is only going to trigger overeating episodes. And if you want to learn all about my habits and the habits that help my clients lose weight and stop overeating, then join my Healthy Habits membership. All the links are in the description box down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.